Welcome to Wednesday, everybody. Glad you turned on the radio with all the choices. You put it right here in WCLU. We have something special to start your Wednesday off with. It's called The Archives, where we look at a century's worth of history, things that have been involved in the bedrock of this community to make sure that we grow in a positive fashion. A lot of folks have been involved in that. A lot of folks involved in taking care of keeping up with the history, such as Sam Terry, well-known historian. And I'm glad you're with us this morning on the radio, Sam.
It's always a pleasure.
We've learned a lot this week about some of the things that were done. We learned about this week so far. We learned about being able to hire the rock crusher to come out to your house.
Yes,
and, you know, don't be ordering lime from somewhere else. Just make it on site. Those kind of things. That's a heritage that we have that people just don't think about anymore. I'm going to see what we might unveil this day in history. In 1924, 100 years ago today, the Glasgow Times leads with a big story about the Barren County Post of the American Legion having completed arrangements with the John B. Rogers Producing Company for the staging of All Aboard, a fast, snappy musical comedy of merit. All Aboard will be shown at the Trigg Theater on March the 27th. The talent committee, composed of Doc Nunn, Sam Sears, Roy Payne, and Paul Bushong, is making great headway in selecting the cast of about 65 persons. That's 100 years ago, and they're going to have a movie shot in Glasgow?
No, it was a musical.
A musical?
Live on stage.
Oh,
at the
live.
Trigg.
Okay, all right. Okay.
And this is interesting. This is an example of how the archives help to answer questions, because in the photo collection at the Cultural Center, and there are copies floating around, there's a photo of this large group of people in costume, many of them related to sailors and sailing, and we only knew that it was from the 20s, and we only knew that it was at the Trigg Theater. Now we have something that gives us a hint that this was indeed the production that the cast was captured on film, and we can now put the two things together and know a little bit more about that.
My goodness, that must have been, think about that, 65 persons in the cast, this fast, snappy musical comedy of merit. I'd want to see that just to understand that description.
Without a doubt.
But I'm glad it solved some of the history, going back into the archives, too. Let's get over here to 1934, Sam. We learned about Georgia W. Gerald. She's the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Johnny Gerald of Cave City, and she was the winner in the spelling bee held at the high school in Glasgow last Friday. She will be Barren County's representative at the Courier-Journal Spelling Bee to be held in Louisville in April. She clinched the victory by spelling the word entitle correctly, eliminating Ruby Thomason of the Glasgow Graded School. Capitola Arterburn was another formidable contender for the honors. How about
competition for the spelling bee?
That's right. Of course, that's always spelling bees have always been kind of fun and attracted a lot of folks, and it takes a lot. It's a lot for young students. That's a pressure-filled opportunity for sure. This is 1944. We have news about considerable shifting that's been done at the New Farmers Bank to fill the vacancies created by the departure of J. Preston Jewell and Rogers Dickinson for service with Uncle Sam. Bless their hearts, you know, they felt pretty honored that they had to do a lot of shifting just to cover their vacancies back during the war.
Indeed, but everybody pitched in to do their part.
1944 it was. It was this day in 1954 the Glasgow Republican, Sam, is reporting that two were honored. Former Barren County Judge Carol Redford and Highsville banker Sam Terry were honored at the recent father-son banquet of the Future Farmers of America at Highsville. Mr. Redford is the legal advisor for the chapter, and Mr. Terry is the financial advisor. I think it's only fair for me to ask you a little more of the rest of the story. That must have been your dad and grandfather?
No, that's my cousin.
Okay, your cousin. I'm sorry.
We recycle names in our
family.
All
right. Okay. I'm sorry.
But,
well, anyway, so now really give me the explanation.
Well, banker Sam Terry was the president of Highsville Deposit Bank for many years, and many people would recognize him as the father of another local banker, Sandra Terry Ross.
Okay.
Who has had a long career in banking, following in the footsteps of her dad.
Well, you've solved another mystery for me, because I didn't know that there were several Sam Terrys.
There are multiple.
That was 1954. And, of course, Judge Carol Redford, too, was a fabulous contributor to the youth of this community as well. 1964, here's the news. In the, let's see, this is the Glasgow Times. It's a sports story here. The 19th District Basketball Tournament play opened up with Allen County Patriots defeating the Austin Tracy Eagles. The final score was Allen County 70, Austin Tracy 42, back in 1964. Very competitive basketball indeed. Of course, that was in 64. There still was, it wasn't Allen County Scottsville, it was just Allen County, because there still was a Scottsville High School, where the Scottsville Pointers played competitively. This was the day in 1974 the Glasgow Republican reports some recent births, Sam. We have Catherine Bryan Redford, Loretta Lynn Ballard, Heather Elizabeth Nichols, Chad Christopher Etienne, and Stacy Ray Good. Recent births, 1974.
Exciting news.
That's right. Welcome to the world. This day in 1984, the Glasgow Times reports that Mary Ann's Hallmark has opened up in the Central Center Shopping Center next door to Kmart. Mary Ann Loy of Columbia is the owner. Cindy Emberton Sadler is one of the clerks, along with Eunice Allen, Jane Stonerock, and Linda Tinsley. I have to say that I miss Mary Ann's Hallmark.
I thought the same thing.
For a lot of reasons, not the least of which is how many wonderful services that they provided that we needed around here.
They did. It was a nice store, and we were lucky to have it for several decades.
Indeed. 1994, here's the news about the ice and snow returning to South Central Kentucky. We just can't get away from it, can we? This was the day this is March of 1994, where ice and snow returned to South Central Kentucky with minor flooding as the only reported problem. I'm thinking that any snow in March is going to be a problem.
It is.
The way that I report it.
Let's hope history does not repeat itself.
That's right. We don't want that at all. Big doings here in the Barren County Progress in 2004. The Park City Lions Club's all-you-can-eat pancake fries March the 6th at the Lions Clubhouse. And they poured it on, too. They always did a good job.
They put on a great event.
Let's see here. 2014, the news is that Nelda Kleins and Donna and Angela Scavo are the three newest members of the Park City Lions Club. So, you know, it's good when you have a good membership in Lions Club, but here they are bringing in new members for the Park City Lions Club. And, of course, we know for a fact that it's a lot of heritage there. They have that nice, well-kept Park City Lions Club building in Park City where lots of things happen, and just a good group.
Well, and also the Lions Club members provided a lot of leadership, and they continue to do so. And I note that Donna Scavo is a current Park City Commission member.
Okay, we'll see. Still giving back to the community. Good news. Sam Terry, another fascinating day in the annals of the archives.
Always.
And I want to say thank you to you and Debbie Pace, Gail Berry, and a lot of folks that I have names of. I've misplaced my list. I'll be honest, but I'm going to replace it. Maybe I can have it for our next broadcast.
Well, we'll hope so.
Have a good day, sir.
You too, Henry.
We'll have more on the archives tomorrow.